When she finally reaches the room, ready to avenge her fallen companion, she's shocked to see that everyone in the room has already been taken out, and Sachin stands in the center, holding the boss thug by his neck. It seems like she's already too late, and on top of that, there are no more supplies left here. The boss begs for his life, as Sachin holds him up by his neck while also sneakily moving the supplies into his magical space. He claims that Sachin would not dare to kill him, since the people behind him would never let him get away with it. Our protag is not fazed by the empty threat, and snaps the man's neck, promising that the people behind him will join him in death soon enough. Bai Chang is surprised that Sachin managed to defeat everyone in the room so easily without her help. He tries to play it off by saying that he has been doing exercises regularly, and that's the reason why he has the strength to pull off these amazing feats. Besides, there are no more supplies in the room, and they were probably already starving and weak by the time he got there. Bang is not convinced, and wonders if anyone else could have raided them and taken all the supplies. And now that the supplies are gone, then what will happen to the students? Sachin will share some of the supplies he raided with them if he needs to, but it all depends on how they behave. While she's still asking questions, Sachin walks past her and heads to the girls' dormitory, since he asked the thugs earlier, and they told him that Xiao Fang and the other students had all gathered there. Now that they have left the room, one of the bodies hanging out at the back starts to move. She twitches, then her eyes open, revealing that she's actually alive and was listening to the whole thing. Meanwhile, one of the thugs walks through the campus, looking for someone who has run off to cause trouble. He finds her in the room that Sachin and Bai Chang had just left, and it's the girl that listened to the entire conversation. They hurry up and get her down, and she falls to her feet as soon as they set her free. He asks her if she found what she's been looking for by pretending to be a prisoner for several days. She then tells him that, since she had a close call with death, she needs the comfort of the man, whose name is Steel Fang. He agrees to comfort her and pulls out a thorn whip that he uses on her back. She screams out in pleasure as soon as the whip hits her back, and the thug asks her how she's feeling. It seems like the painful comfort managed to make her feel much better, and she tells them exactly what she saw while she was hanging up as a prisoner. Steel Fang asks her who took all the supplies, and she tells him that it was a devil, and his name is Sachin. Meanwhile, Sachin and Bang make their way back to Shaoan. The soldier is bandaged and looks hurt, but he tells them that he's fine. He's more interested in the other man that walked in with her. Sachin asks to see his wound, and although it started out as just a scratch, it's been getting much worse recently for some reason. S tells him that the wound was caused by the cannibals, which are creatures that eat people. Their nails are full of bacteria and viruses, and without medicine to treat the wound, it could become life-threatening. Now, medicines are rare resources, and they are impossible to find. But at the same time, it would be unacceptable to die like this. After hearing this, Sachin decides to share some of his medicine with him. They are both surprised by the amount of medicine Sachin provided them, but he tells them that he did it because Xiao Fang is his brother. In his previous life, there was a man in the military whose combat power was comparable to a humanoid nuclear bomb, known as the God of War. If that person turns out to be Shaoan, then investing in his friendship and survival will definitely benefit him. Shaoan tells our protagonist that he owes a favor, but he also knows that Sachin didn't come to their hideout just to deliver medicine. He asks Sachin to tell them what he actually wants, and he tells them that a great flood is coming soon and they will need to evacuate quickly. The extreme heat is already causing the glaciers to melt rapidly, and because of that, seawater is flooding the mainland rapidly. If they don't leave as soon as they can, they, as well as the entire land, will be submerged in floodwater. The people listen to him in shock, but one of the other survivors doesn't believe him. She accuses him of only trying to drive them away so he can monopolize the school's resources. He remembers exactly who this loud girl is. Her name is Fang Qing, and she's his classmate, a famous female boxer at his university, and a second-generation rich girl who likes to create gender divides. She walks up to him and asks if he has any food in his bag. Before he can answer, she reaches for the bag and tries to take it from him. But Sachin stops that with a quick dose of gender equality and a slap to the face that's heavy enough to immediately leave her cheek swollen and take out a tooth. While she nurses the wound, the rest of the people in the hideout start to cheer the attack. She has been a nuisance around them for a while, and she has also been hogging a whole dorm by herself just because she has some money at home. Because of that, everyone has been fed up with her for a while, and they immediately cheer for her to be kicked out of the dorms immediately. It looks like she's already quite infamous there, and the cheers for her to be thrown out cause her to lose her mind in rage. She threatens to go and find her father and get them all killed. Then she storms out of the area. Bacon comes in to check if our protagonist is all right, but he warns her that the girl is heading off to find her father, and someone should probably stop her, though running to daddy doesn't help much in the apocalypse. She walks out into the school grounds, ranting about how men in the country are all beneath her, especially soon. None of them can hold a candle to any of the gentlemen abroad. The name Suchin attracts unwanted attention from one of the men that she says is beneath her. It's the thug from earlier, and he grabs her from behind, then asks her where exactly Suchin is. The man of the hour walks out of the dorms and towards the exit. Captain B can handle the evacuation while he goes on to find what really brought him to the campus in the first place. The most important thing is to wait for the Golden King snake to mutate, so he can harvest the crystal from it. Maybe he'll even get its ability to manipulate water. As he walks through the courtyard, a girl's voice calls out to him, begging him to save her. He turns and sees Fang Qing, tied up and hanging off the ground. Behind her, there's a man laughing while standing on the truck that's holding her off the ground. Suchin jokingly asks her if she managed to find her dad. While she still begs for his help, the man on the truck introduces himself as someone from the Federal Bureau of Evolution, and he's here to get back at Suchin for snatching up his supplies. For their meeting today, he has prepared a truckload of surprises. He opens up the back of the truck, and it's filled with a small army of drought demons who all swarm out and surround him. Inside, the soldiers and the civilians hear the cry of all drought demons that have just been released. They know that the sound is coming from the direction Suchin left in, and that means their new companion could be in danger.